Right. So when I took the front beam out, I saw that there was some previous damage here. Looks like it got hit at one point and they pulled all this stuff out and repaired it. Obviously they probably had to replace the fender, the front apron, and then they just kind of pulled on this section here, maybe just to try to get it better. So I just ordered this part here from CIP1. It's the front right wheelhouse section, they call it. Part number TAB 400-112. So in order to replace that, Chloe and I are going to take the front bumper off because I got to get this out of the way.
Yeah.
Like one of the bolts are already busted.
And we're going to have to take off the headlights and stuff.
Yep, we got to get the headlight out because the headlight wire goes through here. We have to disconnect it, and also the turn signal and the fender. So, yep, Chloe's gonna help me out today on this project. And then I think we're gonna go to Wonderland, play some video games.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a 13 millimeter, and one of them's already busted. Looks like it's been broken for quite some time. So we are gonna, I would normally use an impact, but probably just gonna snap it right off. So we're just gonna, I'm gonna try to just go slow with 13 here. Hopefully not break off anymore. Okay. This one feels like it's probably gonna, yep, snapped right off.
Oh God.
That was too easy, and this one will probably snap off too. Let's give it a try. I'm not even putting too much pressure, but yeah, I feel it. It's gonna go. Yep, there it went. Okay.
We
So
broken.
there is 3 broken bolts. Let's try the other side, on the driver's side, and see if those will come out easy. Maybe I'll spray them with some penetrating lube and let them soak for a minute.
Living the dream.
Alright, so we're on the driver's side now. I put some penetrating lube on there, but I don't know if it'll help or not, if it even went in. But we are going to give this a try here and see if, hopefully these don't snap off. But they probably will.
Maybe our metal dog can help you.
Just trying to go nice and slow. And hopefully this will come off. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so at least this side, I'm definitely going to get some new hardware. I got one out. Try to do the other 2 here. So I got the 2 out. This is the last, 3rd one. I'm glad this side didn't break. Cool. Unhook the horn. So I'm gonna go ahead and slide it out. I got all the bolts out, and that's it. Slides right off like so. Pretty simple. Put some lube up here on these. Hopefully, I don't know if it'll help or not, but it seemed to help a little on the bumper on the driver's side. So okay, next, I'm gonna pull the headlight out here. It's just a 1 screw. Maybe got the screw out. Pull the ring off. And then, let's see, it's like there's a couple screws holding in the headlamp. So we'll take those off. There we go. Okay.
You got it?
I got it. So there's 3 screws holding it on there. And so I was trying to take the adjuster loose, not the right way to do it. So now I know. And then you're going to unhook it from back here. Sorry, there we go. Okay, so now headlights out. I was hoping, I don't know, might have to go the other way and take the cable out on the other direction. I was thinking I had to take the headlight out and then I could slide the wire through, but now it has this clip on there, so that's definitely not going to go through that hole. So probably going to have to disconnect it up here. All right, so there's a ground wire here I'm going to disconnect. So I guess in theory I didn't really have to take the headlight out. I'm gonna actually just put that screw back in. I could have just disconnected this part up here and then slid the wire through and pulled the fender off altogether, but I didn't know that. So, okay, and then up here, I'm gonna take, it's the yellow one here. Take that one off, okay, and then this white one there. Never mind. I see. Okay. That rubber thing's actually part of the... You want to come over here, Chloe, and show them? So, that rubber grommet I should have looked before, but I thought it was a little one, but it is actually connected to this, so I'll end up getting all new rubber anyway. So yeah. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull that through. Here it is. So now that's not holding up the fender. So next, we're going to go ahead and take off the turn signal. It's probably going to be the same thing. I might have disconnected there, but we'll see. Maybe I can just slide it through. It's just this screw here.
It looks good right here.
Okay. All right. So we got that off. Oh, looks like I need to take off.
Wait.
Okay, if you want to look under your claw. So there's 2 nuts right there I need to take off. It's like maybe 7 millimeters. Pull that out. I already disconnected there's just 1 wire going to it. So I disconnected that. Back underneath here. And looks like, let's see if I can pull that through. Pop that through. Looks like there's 2 wires. I only see 1. Oh, there was 2. So there was 2 wires connected to the bulb. I only saw 1. The other one must have came disconnected when I was pulling on it. So if you look inside there, I'm gonna shove the gasket through. See? Okay, got it through. And then I'm actually gonna try to pull the wires through here, through the hole. So. And I'm gonna go ahead and just pull the wire through. Lights out. Bumpers off, that light's out. Now we need to take the fender off. So I've had the 13 millimeters soaking. So we can go ahead and try. I'm hoping they all don't snap off. Even tight all the way. So I'm going to start with that one. And we'll see. Oh, yeah, that came right out. No problem at all. Okay, you want to come try?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me get my construction hat
Okay,
on.
you can. Yeah, put your hat on, goofball. All right, so you're gonna put one hand here, and then this one you're gonna pull. Yeah, pull that way. Is it really tight?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to help? Help me. Yeah, I was hoping this one was gonna be a little looser. Here, try that now. There you go. Perfect.
I'm a professional.
Yep. It's awesome.
Okay, I think it's almost done.
Is it out? Yep. Pull it out. Maybe a little bit more. Oh, you got it. Perfect. Awesome. Thanks for helping. You got goo on you? Okay. And that one, I think.
It fell out.
Yep. Go ahead and try to stick it back on there. There you go. Perfect. And turn it a little more. There. Perfect. You feel it go on? Yep. Sometimes if you put your other hand at the top, yep, then it won't fall off as easy. Good job, Chloe.
My hands are a little gross.
It's okay, yeah. When you work on cars, unfortunately, your hands get pretty dirty, huh? Especially old ones like this.
From the 60s.
Yep.
The late 60s.
Yep.
This one's
Got it out? Perfect.
Yep.
Right on. So put them in. There's a pile of them.
Where?
Right where your feet are. So we'll just kind of save them right there. So I was loosening this one, and it looks like there's where it screws into in the body came loose basically. So now it's just spinning. So I'm gonna actually have to take a cutoff wheel and cut this one off, but. Okay, so I got it off. All right, so we got one more to get off here. There we go.
You got it.
All right. So, boom, fender's off.
Nice. It looks really good.
Okay, so now, as you can see, this was the problem here. So we're going to go ahead and take this part here, and it's basically going to go right like so, and repair all that. So luckily, even though these bolts broke off, it doesn't matter because it comes with a new bracket there for the bumper. So
ooh, that's nice.
Yep. So next we'll have to, I'm going to clean all this off, and we'll have to drill out the welds for the front apron, because this will have to go behind the actual apron here. It's like someone already welded it before when they tried to repair it. And then there's a couple brackets on the inside here. There's a bar and a piece going down here as well. So, but that'll be another day.
Yep.
So today, Chloe and I got that off. Thanks for your help, Chloe. What do you think?
It's pretty good.
Yeah? Was it easy to get the fender off, you think, or hard?
Hard.
Hard, yeah. But, what are you eating?
Magic Oreo.
Oh, Magic Oreo. It's a new day. So, last night, Chloe and I got the bumper and fender off. Today, I'm going to try to clean all this up, see where the welds are, and I need to basically separate this panel from this, and then I need to come in here and do the same thing. I need to, where they welded before, I need to cut those and separate that panel and the lower panel here. So I'm probably gonna try to get a wire wheel in there, clean up that area, and then see if I can see where they welded it. But it looks like the previous repair, they just kind of welded it on the outer edge here. So hopefully I can kind of grind that down and this will separate. Same thing on the bottom here. And then I'll determine where to cut that. It doesn't have this lip on the new piece, this where it holds the rubber in. So I'm going to try to do the same thing, try to figure out where it's welded on. This is going to be way harder. And try to weld it back on. we'll see how that goes. But that's the plan for today. Separate the panels, and then I'll put the new piece up, try to mock it up, and then maybe draw a line, see where to cut it before I weld it on. I'm gonna wire wheel it with this. It's gonna clean up this edge here and do this upper part here, and then I'll probably go on the bottom and see if I can get the wire wheel on the inside. That's the plan. I'm gonna go ahead and put my mask on, safety glasses, and I'll put it in time lapse here. Got most of the paint off. You can kind of see where they welded it there. So I'm going to try to take a little drill bit and drill those out. Hopefully pop that off. And then here, where they welded it last time, I'll try to grind those off. Separate that. I'll have to cut that probably right there. And then on the inside, you can tell where they welded there. Then I'll probably drill out, I'll have to put the panel up there, but probably 1, 2 there, maybe that one. And then hopefully that'll separate. I couldn't really get the wire wheel in here, but I'll see if I can get something in there to separate that. I might have to do it from this side. You can kind of see on this side where the spot welds are, so I'll probably drill it out from this side. That makes more sense. And then hopefully that inner panel will come off. That's the plan. Separating that. I'm gonna zoom in for you. So I'm gonna try to drill out those little welds. Let's see what happens here. It's hard to see this bottom one. Okay. Now I'm going to see if I can separate it. See if I can get underneath there. Kind of worked. Let's try this side. I might need to drill it out a little bit more. This bottom one. There, that came apart. So I got that lower one. I think I'm going to get a little bit bigger drill bit. Try a little bit bigger drill bit here. And then see if it'll separate now. I didn't really want that big of a hole, but there we go. That seemed to work pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to just drill each one of those out until I can get it. It's kind of hard to see the welds. So there's like a, yeah, extra weld right here I didn't see. No. Separated already. More here, it looks like there's a okay. Okay, there we go. Cool. Worked out surprisingly well. So I got this part separated now up to my mark roughly where I think it might go. I don't know, might have to take it off further, but for now it's separated from this panel. And then hopefully I can get the new panel in there and I'll just be able to mark that and weld it onto the new one. So next I think I'll tackle the side here and drill out some of those holes. Since these ones, they just welded on the edge here, I'm gonna try to take the grinder and just kind of notch it out, hopefully. We'll see what happens here. So I couldn't get my big grinder in here, so I'm going to use the Dremel. Hopefully this will cut it enough. Get this in there, a hammer and all. It is close. There we go. Got that loose. Okay. So front apron is loose. I'm gonna cut this here next. Cut that weld off there, hopefully. There we go. So the front upper part is loose. Now I gotta go underneath. There's some welds underneath. I'll try to separate. So here's underneath here. So it looks like there's, I hope you guys can see that, but there's a weld there, there. Maybe one there. So I'm gonna drill these out and then hopefully be able to separate this inner panel here. That's the plan. I got them drilled out. Now I'm going to take the putty knife here. I'm going to try to go underneath and separate it. I'm going to whack it with a hammer. That's the next part. Got this bottom separated. I ended up loosening a little bit down here too. So this whole thing is moving. I pried all this back. Now I got to work on all these welds here. Hopefully I could separate it from the inner panel. Okay, quick update. Finally got this loose. It's a pain in the butt. Smashed my finger. Always bleeding every time I work on something. But I got all the welds separated here, and underneath there. So now I just need to determine where to cut it. That's the hard part. Like so, I guess. You know, and this is aftermarket, so it's probably not going to fit perfect. So I'm at the point where I need to cut it, but I'm going to wait for my buddy Jeff to come help me. He's pretty good at cutting everything, making it accurate. I'm worried if I cut, you know, too much off, then I'm screwed. So yeah, I'm going to have him come over and give me a second opinion when he can. But in the meantime, I got a new brake reservoir, the tubes, and some lines for in here. So I'm going to do that right now. We'll do that later. No hurry. So I'm going to first pinch off the hose. The two hoses here. Let's see if I can maybe have a little less brake fluid. Maybe aim. Look at it this way. This has a black lid instead of a clear one. Not sure. It's like it might just kind of slide into place. I don't know if there's a screw. Maybe it goes. It's like it goes this way. So, see what's going on underneath there. So there is a screw here. I'm going to get kind of a funky angle of it, but it's right down there on the inside by the hood, the back of the hood there. So I'm going to pull that screw out, and hopefully that'll come right out. There we go. Okay, that actually just pulled right off. So let me see if I can just push this one off. There's no fluid. Oh, it's full of gunk. That's why I was wondering. I couldn't get any brake fluid to the front, which makes sense now. Okay, so I didn't really even have to cut them, so I just pushed it off with the screwdriver. This one has fluid coming out. Yeah, I was getting no pressure to the front, which makes sense now. So I got a new reservoir because I think this was just so clogged. The line has a bunch of gunk in there. I don't know if you can see it. So that's why I was like, I'm just going to buy a new reservoir, new lines, because I wasn't getting any pressure to the front before I switch over all the brakes. So, okay, so now I got that disconnected. Now the fun part, maybe gotta pull that out without making a big mess. That'll be my next task, because I'm gonna have to take off the two vice grips. I'm gonna shove a fender bolt in there. Hopefully that'll help keep the fluid in a little bit. It's not very tight, but I just need to get it out here. I'm making a huge mess. There we go. Actually, that worked out pretty well. Held the fluid in. So, old bottle. Seen better days. I looked in there and it looked pretty grody. It's like a lot of gunk in there at the bottom if you see it. So I opted to buy a new one. Oh, shooting fluid out. Put a piece of cardboard down there and paper towel. There we go. Yep. Okay. Okay, so I got these two loose. Try to pull these off. They were kind of hard to get on without pulling the white part out of the... Oh, come on. There we go, maybe. There, okay. Got one out. The other one. Let's kind of... There we go. Okay. Fluid everywhere. Okay. So, got these two out. Now I'm going to assemble the new stuff. Actually going to clean out the inside of there. It's a little rusty. And then I think I'll just paint it. I'm just going to probably paint it black. The inside here. But while that's out, I'm going to clean that up real quick. And put a little paint on it. Squirt a little primer on there first. But just literally doing just the inside, just because keep it a little more protected. I got rid of the rust. So I'm gonna let that dry and I'll spray a little black on there. Then I'll set this all up. So I got the tubes. I ordered them from CIP. And the reservoir I also ordered from CIP. Got the blue hose from Wolfsburg West. They sell it by the foot. Hopefully that's long enough. Should be. Okay. It's pretty hard to push on there. Got it. This one. So I just heated up some water. I'm going to stick both the end in here. It'll soften it up a little, so it'll be easier to stick on here. So this is pretty big. I did get some paint on where the reservoir goes there. So that's drying right now. I pulled the two pipes out there that were the stock ones in there, and they're definitely different size. So I don't know what's going on here from these. So if I need to end up cutting these shorter, or maybe my lines will be too long, I don't know. I'm just gonna hook the tubes up to the reservoir, and then I'll stick that in, and then we'll kind of maybe test fit the pipes. So I got one out. It's nice and soft now. It goes on much, much easier. So if I try to stick this side on, it literally is hard. Now it's soft. So plus when it cools off, it'll tighten back up. So boom. Ran into a problem. So here's the original one. It's got tab here, screw hole there. Aftermarket one has the screw hole here, tab here. So it doesn't line up at all. Hole there. Even if I turned it around, it's the wrong direction. So I can't get this to work because it has to go in this notch. So this end has to slide into that notch. So it's obviously not going to slide into that notch because it's in the wrong spot. If I turned it, even if I turned it that way, I could stick it in there and drill a new hole to screw it in, but then I don't have anything for this to go in to slide into to hold it in. So I'm going to return it, try to do some more research. Well, in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and button up. I'm going to put the pipes on, and I'll just end up waiting for that reservoir. So I got the back pipe on. I'm going to put the front one on here, get it connected. It's a pretty tight fit. I got the new lines all connected. Metal line, the blue rubber. I got the 2 pipes connected up top and bottom here. And I'm just gonna try to find a new reservoir that is accurate, or I might end up cleaning that one and then connecting the pipe there. And it's gonna be good to go after that. That'll be the end of this video. In conclusion, wait for Jeff to come over, help me cut this. And I need to figure out the correct reservoir bottle. That's today's job.
Ready. Got my duck's hat on.
Ready for cheering for the Ducks?
Yep. If only you could wear that one, Dad.
I can try. Let me stick the Bills one on.
Yep.
Does it look good?
Take off your regular hat, then put it on.
It's all dirty in there. I don't really want to put that on. Shucks. Maybe we can clean them out.